We've been gone quite some time, though. Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. I might even be able to read English faster than he can. I don't think so. That got his attention. I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. Dude, he's right there. How would he not? Oh boy. So, Crexon's dead. And, Zeeks has been arrested. Wow. Dang. Welcome back, everyone. It's light here. And last time, we got a report from Gina that Crexon has been shot. And that the one suspected of doing the shooting is our favorite Mr. Reaper, Mr. Litterer, actually. Time to go talk to him and see what he says. Dang. What a way to begin this case. Oh, look at him. Look at this guy reading. Oh, man. There he is, Lord Von Zeeks behind bars. So it's true. He really was arrested. He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Von Zeeks! Fancy meeting you here. Really, dude? The last place on Earth I'd like to be. With the last... with the last person on Earth I'd like to see. Wow, what a poet. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you. Hey! We knew Gregson. Gregson was a big friend to us. We love Gregson. But... Forgive me, Lord Von Zeeks, but I must disagree. Yeah, go Sasato! Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This? The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with the suspect. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that would happen though, if he asked. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Harebrain. Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university. Yeah, it's hard to believe he has a friend. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? How about sharing the letter with us? What does he want to know? Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Von Zeeks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. I mean, the guy's been accused, man. I think that's taking up everything he has right now. I don't think he has it in him to be too, biting at the moment. Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Von Zeeks? What happened? How much do you already know? We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street, and that you were found there by the police when they arrived at the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there is nobody else in the room, and that some witnesses heard the gunshot. Then you're well informed, and there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself. Huh? How's that possible? But the gunshot! Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you? I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise. However, before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers. So he doesn't actually know what happened. If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? I don't need to answer that. Dude, come on. Oh. After all, you're not representing me. Come on. You know, we're gonna represent you, whether you like it or not. He is going to need a lawyer, though. I love how this always works. It's like, I would never accept your defense, even if you were the last lawyer on the planet, and then we end up defending them anyway. Oh, man. Who's going to be representing you in court, Lord Von Zieks? Anyone other than you, I should imagine. What are you gonna do, represent yourself? Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Dang. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Surely not. I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you? It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? It means that he's accepting that he might be executed in the trial. Oh, dude, just let us defend you! After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. Because the Reaper doesn't follow people around, you mean? Around. Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now. Yay, thank goodness. He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry. There was a 2-second silence, that's all. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. I was wondering, Lord Von Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. Come on. You trust me, do you? Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in court of law, sadly. It's a very gracious offer. However, dude, I trust no one. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nipponese. But, please. I have no intention of engaging your services. Dude. Ah! The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. We'll close it. We'll get him to accept us. I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. We'll be back, dude. We'll be back. Then neither of us will waste any more time. And he goes back to reading. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Von Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. That's our cue to head on over to the crime scene. Oh boy, I can't believe it. I can't believe this. This means we'll never see Gregson again. He'll never be awaiting us at the crime scene again. That's too sad. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened, then? Oh, Sasato. So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Huh. Where could he be? Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere. Oi! What do you think you're doing over there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above this ceiling checked, and don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. Blimey, ain't you lot ever gone over and house looking for dough when the owner's out of town? No! They're not divers, Gina. Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. Oh, Gina. Oh, so you've turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been here long myself. Hello again, Gina. Sholmes is only just left. You're lucky I missed that. He went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flicking that ad of his, and then just scarpered. Aw, but that means we missed a great deduction. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, I didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigated too? Listen, Otto. You're a lawyer, right? Yes. Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are ya? Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Von Zieks really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Otto. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here. Thank you, Gina. Oh, Gina. Poor thing. Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place? That's what I want to know. That's what, sorry. It's what? Half a year since I got out of the clink? That's when I decided to give up me diving and become a detective instead. Oh yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he? Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But it turns out he's a bit of a legend at the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky case, just like that. He did? Yep, and ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on are, apparently. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all, and look where that landed him. Respect for the Reaper? In what way? I heard him say as much. I took my ad off to that fella, were his words. Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper. Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why he respected the bloke. I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such a high regard. I mean, it was kinda obvious. They looked like they had a respectable work relationship anyway. He said something else to me and all, that I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, cause he only goes after people what are bad. It did kinda set me mind at ease when he said that. Right. No, Gregson, come back. What is this place then? Does anyone live here? Apparently it's being rented by some cult called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone? It's a sort of here today, gone tomorrow name, that, isn't it? Yeah, he's what we call an unidentified person. We We haven't been able to get in touch with them. I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever. Right, all the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation. But there's so little air, no one knew what to do with themselves. I do wonder. Yes, Mrs. Otto? Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself? What? How could that be? Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his. I never even considered that. Nice work, Suze. We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves. You are? If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it. We should really investigate this place in detail. I see that's where the poor inspector was found, over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. Apparently the bullet went right through him and struck the candle tree on the wall. Oh yes, it's blown one of the candles apart completely. And the gun use is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's, isn't it? No denying that. What? Really? How do you know that? Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him? A bigwig lawman, is it? Oh, Strongheart? I'm guessing Strongheart. Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There were some street sellers just outside who heard the gunshot. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They'll be getting the grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. The lads at the yard would just want to know what you're snipping around for, and you'll be up for a grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. Alright, time to look around. Let's start here. This looks like some sort of notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look! This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes, in fact, they're all sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here. Oh yes, the advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. No, not this again. But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason. Oh boy, so the redheads are going to be a big aspect of this case. That's great. We don't even know much about it, and Sholmes is MIA, so we can't ask him. Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members. Ah. What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are. Look, Mr. Naruhodo, quickly. What? So is this room belonging to her husband that's missing? Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar. We met her only this morning. Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke, please. Please at least remember people you met in the same day. Oh, Ryunosuke. Ah, it's Mrs. Vigil. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either. What the heck? Alright, huh. I wonder what the deal with that is. Okay. This has been bugging me since we freaking entered the room. What's with the wig? Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is! It is! A bright red hairpiece. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? And it's such a flame-colored red, too. I can't imagine that. Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Exactly. This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it. Oh boy. Oh man, I can't imagine him wearing that. And he'd never let us get away with it if we ever saw him with it. He'd tell us like, I'm not wearing nothing, sunshine. Oh man. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind, look. I suppose if a bullet had hit it. It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body. Ugh. Now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me. Oh, Renosuke. Grow a spine, will you? Oh, man. So I suppose this is where the victim... That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. So he was curled up? But why? Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away. And would probably be under Dr. Sight's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruto? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. That's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Zato-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. I don't think it's that she's strong, I think she just knows how to control her emotions better. Which, like, doesn't mean anything. It's not bad to be, like, expressive the way Renosuke is, or to be a little tougher like Suzato is. Everybody has their own way of dealing with grief. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? Oh man. But why does this seem familiar? Did we see this before? Or am I crazy? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Von Zeke's playing with something like this. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It would have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful, after all, in a way. Oh, Suzato. Alright, now the gun. Please. This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh my! It is real, I suppose. There wouldn't be a fake gun lying at a crime scene. Especially when the victim was shot. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruto. Fire a shot! Suzato, please! No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer to just to ask someone who might know, I think. Oh man. Is that everything? I believe, right? So can we leave now? Yep. Okay. So we've got to go here. Here we go. This is gonna be just fun. Oh? Why is the screen black? Oh boy. You've made good time. I took an express train back to London. Who? I can hear Lord Strongheart, can you? Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone. Oh my gosh, Kazuma! Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train so I could check all the paperwork. It's... Kazuma-sama! Great. Ah, your timing is impeccable. It is? No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry. Yes. I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Von Zeeks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson. I believe only in the facts. Go away, dude. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Von Zeeks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective. Oh no, surely not. It is a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes. So does that mean the trial is tomorrow? Precisely. Oh boy. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions. Oh. Kazuma. I knew it. He's gonna be the prosecutor tomorrow. I knew it. Ah, but of course. You're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Asagi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings, leading the prosecution. Oh boy. Wait, what? Kazuma? As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law. Kazuma-sama, a prosecutor? Oh boy, isn't this fun. Oh man. I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no, people all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. There is no salvation for anyone in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey, and now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock. Quite so, the public wants answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths. But Lord Von Zeeks firmly denies any involvement in such matters. And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent. Gosh, him standing behind him like that, Kazuma, I mean, it's so weird. That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least, until now. Ah. No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history. Oh, great. Isn't that fun? So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow? That's right. But he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree? Ooh, that's actually so true. Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be razor sharp as a prosecutor. But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain. It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial. You asked for this? But why? It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Ooh. Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation. I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact. You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. Ah. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors. Pride of the Empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as the judiciary closing ranks. So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution? Ryunosuke, let's see how your skills have been honed. After practicing law in this land for so many months. Oh. Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend. Yeah, dang. Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Von Zeeks? That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene. Well, the thing is, she wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know. That's right, Mr. Naruto, be direct. She's like her own personal cheerleader, I love it. It's certainly a motto that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes? Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine. In that case, it could actually have belonged to the victim. No. Gregson had his gun on his person. What about Lord Von Zeeks? He claims it's currently not in his possession. Oh. Ooh. Huh. Isn't that swell? What? According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious. Yeah. But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's is no proof that it's actually his. No, of course not. Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Von Zeeks. Oh man. This is not good at all. Oh boy, here we go. I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be alright now. Has your memory completely returned? Yes, completely. I remember everything. No, the music! Including what I was coming here to do. Right, he never told us what that was, actually. Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia? Yeah, what the heck? It was the voice. Voice? This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London, that's where your destiny awaits. Huh. It was that voice that guided me here to London. I'm so sorry for what's happened. Anyway, my memory might have returned to me, but there's something that won't return to the way it was before. Huh? What do you mean? I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon. What? I mean, we know that he's prosecuting tomorrow, so I assumed that would be the case. Dang it. It doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart. Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our Empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery. We plan to be on the defense side, okay? Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Oh? No, his theme! It's back! It's back! Yay! before you go, Rinosuke. Oh, what is it, Kazuma? I just wanted to thank you. Kazuma-sama, what? You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection. You always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you. Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here. Oh. Are you gonna tell us what that was? I actually have a favor to ask. Which is? This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me. As the defense counsel. No, he wants us to be the defense. Why? What's this all about? I know you have what it takes. But Lord Von Zeeks would never put his faith in my hands. On the contrary, he recognizes your talent. He does? It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this. That's... Oh, who's that on the left? I'm guessing that's his brother, Clint. That's Lord Von Zeeks and Inspector Gregson. In a photograph that must have been taken some time ago by the look of it. And who's the third person? It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office. In Gregson's office, you mean? Yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it. Dang. I don't understand. Why are you giving me this? Just hurry, Rinosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over. What are you doing, Kazuma? He wants you to be there as the defense. So that you guys can fight for the truth. Come on, you know that. Probably related to, his dad. So we know he's investigating his dad. Among other things. We still don't know what his real goal is. He still didn't tell us. Which sucks. Oh, and this guy is still reading. Oh my gosh. Lord Von Zeeks is still reading that letter. We've been gone quite some time, though. Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. I might even be able to read English faster than he can. I don't think so. That got his attention. I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. Dude, he's right there. How would he not? I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time. Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow. Which is none of your business. Dude. So, have you found a lawyer? How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This has nothing to do with you. Dude, just let us defend you! In other words, no. You were just talking to Lord Strongheart and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided. I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is. It's going to be Kazuma Asagi. Beep. Asagi? That made the color drain from his face. Well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again, after all. Don't treat it like such a drag, come on, we're awesome conversation people. 10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asagi.
Genshin Asagi was Kazuma-sama's father.
So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court? Dang, that's a description.
I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does. No doubt he knew of the young man's true identity from the outset.
But what could have you been hoping to achieve?
And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that? Asagi. That name is the very epitome of my bane. Yeah, we get it. The bane that is you Nipponese.
Right, your hatred for all of us Japanese.
Oh, alright. Tell us more, why don't you? I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer, the so-called professor. Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard. And that was Genshin Asagi? Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man. So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over all. Dang, okay, that kind of makes a bit more sense.
Oh, how awful.
To avenge my brother, I prosecuted in Asagi's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented.
What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor?
The man in charge of the professor case inquiry, Lord Mael Strongheart. What? Strongheart? Wait, what? Lord Strongheart? He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the one person to whom I've felt indebted.
I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor.
Or he could have been planning something, even back then. Anyway, time passed, but then earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you?
Ah.
And, of all things, as a lawyer. I'm sorry, man. I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese. I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it. Dang. And I can understand why, now I know the history. But in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asagi, I am the bane of his, the reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow. That's not who Kazuma is, dude. Oh, Gregson. Gregson's transfer to the Paris police prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month. But he'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Oh. And he was gonna take Gina with him. Oh. Oh yes, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he?
I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean.
It's the first time I've ever encountered it.
Oh.
Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place. And all for Gina. He did it all for Gina. It sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed. I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We heard that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard. No, his theme. Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself, by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made. What sort of approach? After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy. Oh my, 10 years ago? Why is that so surprising? Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time, and rarely performed. Oh, interesting. And my brother was of course a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death. So you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then. And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life. I don't have any confidence in anyone. Lies. Liar. Oh. And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. No, he didn't. He respected you, and you respected him. You guys had a respectable working relationship. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London. No, that's not Gregson. What really went on between Lord Von Zieks and Gregson, I wonder? What was the true nature of their relationship? Well, we have something to show him in regards to that, but we'll show him in just a second. We gotta ask him about his gun that he lost. About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene. Yes, that's not mine. Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is. What do you expect me to say to that? That's so true, though. Lord Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm. As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true. When did you lose it, then? That, I don't know. Oh! I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps. The way he's talking about it so casually, it's a gun, man! You have something in common with Lord Von Zieks, after all, Mr. Naruto. A talent for misplacing things. No. This has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it. Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese. Oh, they're so funny. Oh dear, the rift is very wide, isn't it? So it's not decisive evidence, clearly. But it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Oh man. Come on, Zeeks, be our friend. Lord Von Zieks, we came by this old photograph. Where did you get that? Oh? It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. I knew it. It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost. Is the man on the left there? Yes, that's my brother. Clint. I knew it. I knew it's his brother. I mean, it's fairly obvious. And there's no one else it could be, really. It had to be, really. Yep. Apparently, this picture was prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that? Respect? That's nonsense. Dude! No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less. Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers' dorms. jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you. I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle, an insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the stone-cold Reaper of the Bailey. Aww. Mr. Naruhodo. What? He actually said her name? What's going on? Is he? He's gonna ask us, isn't he? Yes, yes, yes! Oh! That's the first time he's ever used my actual name. I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. But there's still one thing I'm willing to believe in. What's that? That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth. Lord Von Zieks. From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now, I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. There is a loathsome Nipponese who has absolute integrity as a lawyer. Aw, thanks, bud. There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother, Clint, and Genshin Asagi. The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way. When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me. You mean this photograph? Back then I was able to laugh. I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I looked to the future with hope. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. Oh man. But at times, the mirror into which I've sunk myself makes it almost impossible to breathe. Dude. I'm so sorry. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it. In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me? Yes! Yes! We did it! Of course I will. It would be an honor. Told you. Told you we would get you to accept us as your defense.
I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruhodo.
Then my life is in your hands. Oh, this is gonna be weird though. He's gonna be in the chair instead of throwing his stuff around the courtroom and objecting to our wild guesses. For Lord Von Zieks, that must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask, which is why I simply cannot let the man down. Tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old friend, Kazuma. Dang. Oh man. Alright, we got it to be continued. I think this is a good place to end it. But dang, this is quite a case. I can't believe it. Gregson's dead, and cheers. I can't believe it. Gregson's dead. Zeeks is arrested. Oh man, this is gonna be quite the case. I can already see it. And still, Sholmes was MIA during our whole investigation. I wonder if he's gonna appear and if he's gonna say something. Because the whole red-headed case he was investigating, I think we need information from that, because I think it's involved. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Next time, we get to face off against Kazuma in court. Oh boy. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one, where we get to the court. And yeah, we face off against Kazuma, our dear friend. See you later.